Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the weekly Monday Motivation Podcast. No more excuses. I am your host, Sandy Ballard, the badass business coach. Thanks for being here, for listening, for sharing the podcast with others. And yes, happy Memorial Day. And I've said this before, I'm like, we are celebrating people who gave so we can have. Yes, it's a very interesting way to say happy Memorial Day when you're celebrating people who some aren't here with us, but so thank you for your service. Please take a moment out of your day to cheers, to celebrate, to say thank you to anyone you know that's been in the military, or those that you know who are related to someone who gave it all so we can have it all. So, all right, on that note, yes, not that I want to just chime in and say, woo, let's be all happy and all that, because it is Monday motivation. And most of you might not even listen to this today, but hopefully you will. Whenever you listen to it, just hopefully this will help you stay motivated and think bigger, think deeper, think all over the world about how you can dig a little deeper so you can play a little bigger, right? We're the ending May, beginning of June. So guess what that means? We're going to be in the 6th month of the year. Yes, by the end of June, we're halfway through. Where are you? I know where I'm going to be. I know where I am. Where are you? What about you? So thinking about that, what can you do in the next 30 days to really make amazing things happen? Dig deeper, like I said. I've said that for years. Dig deeper so you can play bigger. And where I got that was from my coaching classes, coaching certification at Coachville. And it was great. It was one of the classes, dig deeper so you can play bigger. And that was sort of their theme. It was it was great because life should be full of a little bit of play, right? Not all work, that 4-letter word. And one thing I say to my clients and to people, if I get prospects that come in and say, I want to start a business because I think it's going to be fun. Mm, owning a business, running a business, running a department is can be fun, but it's going to be work. But if you come in saying it's going to be fun and that's why you want to own it, I will probably talk you out of it every time, right? So looking at that, what can you do if you want to start a business? Maybe one of your goals this year is to start a business, take your side gig to full time, or to even have a side gig to help supplement. A lot of people have those, and that's okay. That's great. Maybe you love your job, but you love your little side hustle. Cool. Whatever it is, whatever your goal is, let's start now. You've got 30 days to make sure you're really on track, kicking ass, and being as badass as you can be. So, what are you going to do in the next 30 days? I'm going to really challenge you this month. Every week, every day of every week is going to be a new challenge or a new question, something from me to you. It's my gift to you to help you dig deeper so you can play bigger. You're going to think bigger. I have a client who she's doing amazing and she's like, but I'm not done. I want to be a disruptor. And I love that. I love that so much because she could just coast. I mean, she could just coast and be okay financially. And, physically, she's doing great. Emotionally, she's doing great. She takes most of the summers off because she's worked her ass off and she's doing great. But she says, I want more. So even if you're, doing great, what more do you want? Or, I guess if you don't want any more, then just stop this video right now or the podcast right now, right? So looking at that, what will you do this week to celebrate you, celebrate how far you've come already this year, and look at what's next? All right. So thinking through that, as I've talked to clients over this last week or so, we've started looking at that. We've started reviewing the goals so we can play really big and dig in the next 30 days to make sure they're on track and doing great. So look at that. So yeah, I love to do just quick 1 month goals or a 1 month, goal reviews, but quarterly. All right. So yeah, we're not quite in the quarter at the end of the second quarter, but now is a great time because it is a holiday weekend for most people. you can take a little extra time and think through things. So review your goals. Think about where you want to be. Where are you? What challenges are you facing? Have you faced? Are you stumbling around? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you feeling frustrated? I have another client who's frustrated. Last year was rough. He did really well, but he didn't slow down to speed up. He didn't ever slow down. He just kept speeding up and just kept going and going and going. And it ended up not well. Um, Great company, great opportunity. So this year he hired. We talked strategy, and now he has a salesperson that's not really selling, and he's having to get back in there again. He's frustrated and overwhelmed and snapping at his family. And I'm like, okay, I don't care what you do, but before you go home, you need to check yourself, get your mind right, go have a beer or whatever cocktail, take a nap, go work out, do something to get your mind right. Because one of the things he said to me was, I thought this was going to be a better year. I'm like, well, it's always darkest before the dawn, right? You have to work at it. And the thing is he hired a couple people and they aren't necessarily working out. It's trial and error. It's not always a good fit, but we're looking at what is he doing? What challenges has he faced? Yes, staff, looking at how we can change that. And then what's next? Okay, slowing down even more to speed up, slowing him down so he doesn't get all wound up and just like spaz out and get overwhelmed and quit. I don't want him to do that. I don't want you to do that. So if you're feeling frustrated, you're like, I just have no opportunities, no way out of this, nothing I can do is right, or nothing I do is right, nothing I can do is going to help. That's when you need to contact me or find a coach. But me, no. Contact me, Sandi at sandiballard.com. Sandi with an I. All right. Sandi at sandiballard.com, or email me if you see the show notes, or find me on social media, because we want to make sure you've looked at that. What's going right? What's not going right? What changes can you make in the next 30 days? Or what can you build upon in the next 30 days to really get to that next level and be the disruptor, the badass that you were meant to be, right? So look at that. So do your reviews, check your challenges, check how your frustration level is. Are you snapping at your friends and family? Are you feeling just when you get up in the morning and you don't want to do it all over again? Because that's not right, is it? No. So look at that. Think through things. Email me, like I said, email me or schedule a session with me. Let's talk through. We can just do a quick, probably 30-45 minute goal review to talk through those things. We can go longer if you want, but just work through that so you are set up for success. You are facing the challenges, because that's the thing. Last year, that client, he didn't want to face the challenges. He didn't want to face the angry customers. He didn't want to deal with it. And now this year, he is. So yeah, that's why it's not going as great as you thought, because you're having to clean up the mess from last year. Okay. So let me help you get to where you're going, and get to where you're not frustrated and you're facing the challenges and all that. Last year, he wouldn't pick up the phone. He wouldn't listen to me. He wouldn't answer the calls. He didn't keep his sessions. And I remember that from 20 years ago when I had my first coach. My coach's husband got sick and we had to part ways. She had to step away. And I was like, I was a rock star, man. I was millionaire status. I was killing it. I had multiple businesses. I was like, I don't need a coach. I'm rocking it. Yeah. I wish I had known my client who is rocking it and wants more. Then I would understand that mindset. You don't have to be a millionaire to hire a coach. You just need to want to be one or keep that status. Well, shit started falling apart when I wouldn't stay on task and I didn't know how to hold myself accountable. So there you go. Check your challenges, check your goal status. If you're rocking it, what more can you do to build upon your success? I look forward to hearing from you, and really say thank you to anyone that's in the military or has lost someone, to give that they've given their life so you can have yours. So I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to helping you make this amazing, amazing month the best possible you can. So the rest of this year is just gonna just going to be even more badass than you dreamed of. All right. Look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day. Cheers.